one of the consideration. Okay, coming. Right, great. So we have about 20 participants now. So feel free to just put in. So those that just joined in, I just want to start off that I just began the session. So this is one of the first questions that I kind of ask just to have a better understanding of what the participants are looking for. And it will also help me to kind of give you guys a lot more tips at the end of the session. So feel free to put it in. Yeah. So there's only one student critical in, so you just need to scan the QR and then put it in your comment. So I can also share some of the consideration that I kind of observed. So different country varies, but of course, graduate is always one that students are looking at. Some may be also looking into scholarship. Some may be also looking into the tuition fee just to budget some people to see whether the finances actually match. But some, yeah, design of courses is really personal. So some students may want to go more in depth because bear in mind study a master's degree in UK. It is a 1 year degree, a 1 year master degree. So you would like to do something that either better what you are doing right now, or something that can help you transition to a better job, or to even help you to actually progress on in your career ladder. So there are many, actually there is lots and thousands and thousands of programs. How do you find out that 1,000 program, the one that you really like? So yeah, students may look into design of courses. Maybe you may also look into the module and select additional modules that's available. Some also look into, what program is it course based or is it top based, right? Great.
Sorry, Tracy,
Mm.
because the internet connection is not good, so some student cannot hear you clearly.
Oh, okay.
Change your Wi-Fi.
Can you see my screen now or cannot?
We can see your screen, but it's hard to hear you clearly.
Oh, okay. Let me try to. Let me try to use another connection. Just 1 minute. That is because I don't get a lot of responses coming in. Just give me 1 minute. Let me stop sharing.
Các bạn ơi, các bạn chờ cô một xíu nhé, tại vì hiện tại thì cô thì đang thay đổi mạng một chút để các bạn có thể dễ dàng nghe hơn ấy.
Okay, I will try to share again. I'm using another connection so you guys can hear it. Just share. Can you guys hear me right now?
Yes, I think it's better. Không biết là các em học sinh đã nghe rõ hơn cô nói hơn chưa?
Okay, sorry. Let me just share.
Các bạn nghe rõ hơn chưa nhỉ? Các bạn có thể nhắn tin vào trong box chat để chị biết với nha.
Okay, can you guys see the screen now?
Ok, có bạn Thùy Dương và bạn Vi Trần. Okay, yes.
Okay, I can see some comments. So all good. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes, I think it's better.
Okay, awesome. All right. So let me just start over again. I can actually hear some background noise. So I think if you appreciate all the participants, if you can mute yourself, that would. Otherwise, I will be hearing that because I can't hear myself. Good. So let's continue. So as I mentioned, basically this is actually one activity that I would like to do with all of you. So if you could scan your QR code, send in your consideration when selecting the master program, that will allows me to really understand and better deliver the program for today, okay? And it is also important, or you have got here to see, to have a consideration that the factors that you are looking at, is it the same as the rest of the participants as well? Okay, so I have actually 2 students already put in the factors. So one of it is the ranking, and one is actually the design of the courses. So I also mentioned, sorry. Yeah, so I also mentioned that basically when looking into some considerations, some students may be looking into scholarship, they could be looking into fees, but it's very important students look into design of the program as well. There are also students maybe look into student experience too. Okay, so as you look at all the consideration, this is, so as I go through the whole presentation, it's also important for you to kind of have a look at what are the factors that students may be looking at. Okay, yep, student life, especially because you will be traveling overseas, right, to have a look at the city and experience the student experience as a whole. So it's important to kind of know whether you can adapt. Some may adapt better in a city environment, some may prefer to be offsite, some prefer city campus, some prefer to be, in the outskirts or up north. So everyone has different preference, but there's no right and wrong. It's just that it's just some of the considerations that students may be looking at. Okay, great. Okay, I can see some participants are typing. So if you have any other, we will probably just keep for another 30 seconds. Then I'll progress on to the rest of the session. Okay. So I can also share, some students may also look into, society, definitely. Some students may also look into the exit strategy, because bear in mind, when we look at the master program, we often look at the ranking, the entry requirement, whatever that is at that point of time, what is important for you. So some students may have the blind spot of forgetting about the exit strategy. So I'm glad one student actually mentioned about the exit. So what is it that to do a master degree in Liverpool, for example? What is it so important, or what is the benefit even beyond you complete your master program? So things like society, alumni network, the career opportunity, etc., are things that students may want to also consider while studying a master. So I guess you guys know quite a lot of things behind your mind right now, looking at what are the factors, what are the consideration in choosing the master program. So I will not delay anymore. Let's go straight to the session for today. And then if you have any questions, feel free to put it in at the end, and I'll be more than willing to answer them. Okay. So first of all, okay, so why choose University of Liverpool? So as I mentioned, there is really a lot of universities. So why choose Liverpool is sometimes, the first question that I'll often get from students. So there are really a few factors where students actually look into Liverpool. Of course, the first one is really the city. So Liverpool city is a very vibrant city. It's a fastest growing economy city. Is actually known for a lot of things, rather for the good reason. So we are known for our architecture. We are known for our history. So if you actually study in Liverpool city itself, you will see there is a wide range of historical building that includes those famous one around the world, including the Three Graces, the Royal Albert area, and the Liverpool Cathedral. So if you look at the top right image, that is the Three Graces. So that is also one kind of building that is quite well known, famous across the world. Students, when they talk about Liverpool, of course, they also talk about our football. So we are known for our famous, world famous Liverpool FC, Everton. And of course, if you are into music, you will know that we are also the born of the Beatles. So when students talk about the city itself, these are the things that come to mind. And it is actually a good thing as well. So you can imagine if you actually find a job and then your boss actually like Liverpool FC, and he was looking into a resume and he knows that you are from University of Liverpool, and that strikes the first conversation. So it's more like an icebreaker to some extent. So that kind of also create that kind of the why students choose Liverpool, University of Liverpool, is also because of the amazing city. If you're someone who likes museum, galleries, etc., I'm happy to share that Liverpool, we are actually home to a lot more galleries and museum out of any cities outside London. Okay, so with that, it gives you a little bit of good mix of culture. So there are buzzing, vibrant city. There are also nice walk around the Merseyside, and you also have amazing museums and galleries that you just want to appreciate some of the arts that's available. Most importantly is also the economic. So we are known to be one of the largest and the most exciting city in the UK, where we have a regional population of 1.5 million and a GDP of over 16 billion. Okay, and then we have lots of shoppings, etc. So students find it quite easy to actually get some stuff as well, and the prices are quite affordable. You don't need to go to London or Manchester, big city, to actually get those stuff. You can pretty much just get it in Liverpool. So quite a few big brands are also having their stores in Liverpool, and that also shows how fast growing economy is, because if these big companies are coming into cities like Liverpool, you know that they are also getting staff and talents to come into the region. So that also implies for your exit strategy, right? So when you are looking at employability, when you're looking at city that will give you some job opportunity, such fast growing economy will then allows you to know that there are job opportunity, there's talent searching. So that will then helps you to really look into, other consideration beside, whether or not the ranking and so on. If you look at the map, the small map that you see in the middle of the image, Liverpool, we are located in the northeast of England. So we are quite in the central area. So it makes it easy for students to kind of explore cities around the UK, countries around the UK. So to London is just a 2 hours and 10 minutes train ride. To Manchester is 45 minutes. And sometimes you, as a student, you got actually quite a nice flights discount and so on. So that is something that the strategic location of the city will allows you to kind of experience through the whole journey. So just now student was saying about the city life, this is pretty much it. So being in the central area or northeast area, it allows you to really maximize your experience while studying in the university. So as we talk about the city, of course, we also want to talk about what is in it. What is it that the university can offer? So this is a very beautiful image of our iconic building. So the term original red brick come from this iconic building. So this building stands very strong since 1881. If you actually visit Liverpool, this building is right in the University Square, and it's right in the city center. Okay, so we no longer run program in this building, but if there's any major agreement or any official events, it will then be held in this museum. Okay. So this is our iconic building, and it's very nice. And you can see a mix of different building as well. So you have the historical building and also the modern building, and that makes the beauty of the whole city. So I thought just give you a quick summary of what is the unique selling point about Liverpool. So first of all is our ranking. So from our ranking as of QS 2025, we are ranked 165, and that is actually an increase of 25 places since 2023. So, and in terms of the latest time, we are ranked 160, and that is eight places increase since 2024. So basically that tells you that the university is working just as hard as our student and just as hard as our alumni. We're constantly keeping the ranking so that students, even if they are graduated for many years, they will still be proud that they are once, our university, our graduate. So we are known for Russell Group. We are known as the founding member of Russell Group. So the term Russell Group basically means that we are elite group that is research-led. It doesn't mean that students have to do research with us, but it's just that the programs that we deliver are all research-backed, and also your professors are also researchers themselves. So that helps you to really keep up to what is more relevant in the market and what is more important for you to find the future employability that you want to be in. So that ties in quite clearly. So if you look into a various wide range of programs, master program that we offer in Liverpool, you'll realize that while we keep the traditional programs, for example, like accounting and finance, marketing and so on, but we also offer programs that is more relevant that allows students to be more to apply actually more towards the company. So for example, we have, beside marketing, we have digital marketing and analytics. We have actually financial technology, and AI in business, for example. So these are programs that we know the strength of Liverpool, UK is a year master. Okay, it's something that is short, something that you graduate, you will look into employability. So we want to help students, as the world evolve, when the supply is different, when the world demand is different, how can we actually help our students to progress? So it's not just a skill set, but also, soft skill that you will learn that will help you to apply regardless of which industry you're going in. Okay, and that leads us to the accreditation awards as well. So we got the Excellent Teaching Framework Gold Award, and that's not many university that has that. So that kind of reassure you the quality that we are delivering in the university. And our management school program, our management school is Triple Crown accredited. So to be able to get the world leading accreditation, I'm sure we actually have certain element or certain quality to share with you guys. So these are just accreditations that help you to kind of consider when you're looking at university, the quality of the university that you're looking at. So long-standing, so we are founded in 1881. We have a long, proud history. While we have rich history to share, but I also want to share that our future is also bright. So we are also looking at how best we can actually help students in their future career with a strong backing of our long, proud history. Okay. Funding. So I know that sometimes, we also need students also need some generous funding for us. So from Liverpool, I'm happy to share that we have 10 million scholarship funds that's available for international students, which I will share later on in some of my slides. Okay. 1 billion campus master plan. So while we are working on the scholarship, the quality of the academic, the program, we must not forget that we also need to give students a very conducive environment to make sure that students get the latest facilities and support for their study. So we have invested 1 billion. So if you actually look at some of our pictures recently, you will see that there are some buildings are still under construction, or rather, to make sure that we enhance the environment, so that enhance the whole campus, so that when students go there, you get the latest technology or facilities that's needed. Lastly, I shared about the location as well. So we are one of the exciting or historical city in the UK. So these are the programs that we offer. So we have really many to share. So rather than saying what we don't have, I will tell you, rather than say what we have, I'll probably tell you what we don't have. So we don't have programs like tourism, sports sciences, more of the modern programs we don't have. But if you're looking at programs like business program, engineering, law, architecture, psychology, and so on, we do offer that. For Vietnamese students in particular, we do have students that come to us for our business program, which is the major range of programs that we offer that allow students to have a wider range of choices to choose. We also have students that come for computer science, AI. Okay, we have construction engineering students that came to us as well. We also have increased students looking into TESOL, and also apply linguistics. So quite a wide range to actually select as well. So if you have actually some area of interest, and if you're not sure what we can offer, I will strongly encourage you to speak to in-depth staff, so that they can actually give you a first kind of consultation to tell you what exactly we offer. Okay. So other than that, of course, as I mentioned, we do have our campus as well. So the campus is located in the city center. It's actually about 5 to 10 minutes walk to the city center. Okay, so that also implies that a lot of time you will be actually commuting by foot. So you will be walking around the city, and that also reduces in terms of the cost of living, because you don't need to use a lot of the transportation. On average, because we are known to be a student city, and therefore the cost of living monthly, you are looking at around 800 to 1,000 around there. It all depends on the individual spending, but it's definitely lesser than places like in London or Manchester. Okay. Other than that, we do have our sports center. So if you are very active in sports, we do have a very big gym. We have an indoor swimming pool as well. We have about 200 societies, clubs and societies, student-led that ranges from, you know, your sciences, arts program, and also country groups, as well as, you know, the career opportunity groups. Okay, so that makes the environment very engaging. We also have 24 hours library, so that is also a popular place for students to go when they can't sleep at night. So that is one of our area. In fact, we are the first university that come up with 24 hours library facilities. Okay. Other than that, we do have award-winning career center, accommodation services. So if you are looking at our on-campus accommodation, I'm happy to share that we still guarantee students accommodation if they actually apply before July, okay, for September intake. So so that is guaranteed, so you can choose one of your choices. On average, you are looking at about 170 to 220 per week, ranges from single room to studio room. Okay. In terms of facilities, as I mentioned about the exit strategy, we do have the award-winning career center, and with an increase of international students in Liverpool, we do see students looking for graduate opportunity where they actually get the graduate route visa and stay in UK for 2 years. So with that, we actually have a dedicated international plus team to help international students to find job opportunity in UK. So if your thought is to, you know, leverage on your master program of 1 year and then coming to look for opportunity in UK, we do have the specialist support to help you on that. Beside that, as international student, we also have the international assistant team as well to help students in the various support from the arrival to visa processing, arrival to visa assistant, as well as the mentor and also health support. Okay. In terms of safetiness, Liverpool in general is a very safe city. We are actually in the purple zone under the safetiness code, so it's known to be safe, and also it is also a very friendly city. So while during in the university itself, we actually have more support. So one of the things that we offer is the specialist campus security team and also police representative. So you do have quite a few security kind of protection around the campus. As I mentioned, we do have the 24 hours library. So sometimes students, if they don't feel comfortable to actually go back to their accommodation in the night time, or, you know, in the wee hours, or we do have chaperone service to help students as well. Okay, so safety is always at the tip top of the university. So career opportunities, so I'm proud to say that we are home to one of the most successful and impactful career team in the UK, to any UK university in the UK. So student employability, so we actually focus a lot on the exit. We are more than willing to accept a lot of students, but we want to make sure that when we commit to accept the student, we want to make sure that they graduate with a good result, with a good career. So you may also find our entry requirement probably on par or even higher than some of the university. It's not because we don't want students, it's just that we want to make sure that we do make sure the student has the right environment. So I'm sure you will also appreciate that if the university put the network, or rather the quality of the students in place, you will then know that your fellow classmate, which will be your future network, will be of certain element as well. Okay, so for that in place, student employability, you can see that we have 88% of our students actually get first class or second upper for our degree program. We also have 95% of our graduate actually progress on to employment or further studies within 15 months of their graduation. We are also top 25 university most sought by global companies. So most of our graduates are enter into workplace like, you know, Google, IBM, and so on. So to achieve in the top 25 out of so many universities, to be known for global company, that is definitely something that we do different from the rest of the university. So I can say that beside, you know, having a dedicated team that focus on supporting international students with the career skill that they need, we also have a career studio to help students, which is available at all time. That includes our career coaches. And if you happen to go back home after you graduate, we do have digital coaches to help you as well. So these coaches are well trained, and they are helping you to make sure that you have the platform to network with the key employers. And during the course that you are studying with us, even if it's a 1 year master degree, you can be rest assured that there will be a wide range of programs offered to students. So that includes the in-person and virtual career and networking events as well, not just for local companies, but also national companies and international companies. Some of the program, you will also find that it comes with work experience. So you will also see that probably like for programs like digital data science and AI, for example, you will also see we also offer data science and AI with a year in industry. So the year in industry is a year that we will actually include work experience. And often than not, these are opportunity where students will then be considered by companies, big companies, where they can convert their student visa to the proper work visa. So these are all the platform or all the initiatives that the university put together to support students so that they have any opportunity to gain their chance of being employed by a good company. Okay, so we do have very excellent university connection, as you can tell from now, with the major companies and organization. And we organize events, career events, and can you imagine, when you actually join us, you are actually having your career fair at the Liverpool FC field. So these are things that students kind of get a mix of, having to connect with good companies, with the right environment, and having to experience things that other students may not be able to experience. Okay. So overseas studies, work and languages. So we also provide a wide range of additional opportunity, such as the study abroad opportunity and a year in industry. So these are things that help you to enhance what you want to, or enhance your student life. So that makes it more exciting. So just now, I think one student also mentioned about it's important to also look into how the whole experience is like while you're studying in Liverpool. So this is one of it. So students will also be able to tap on to opportunity to study abroad, or having a semester abroad, or clinical rotation if you're looking at clinical program. We also have a unique opportunity where students can actually study a year in our joint university in China, the Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool. So that is mainly more for undergrad students, where they actually stays 3 years with us, and 1 year they can actually go over. But for master student, we also have programs that students can do 1 year in China and 1 year in Liverpool. So quite a few optional choices to allow students to really maximize their study and also building the network alongside with it. Okay. So in terms of the placement, as I mentioned as well, there's really a wide range. There are selective programs that has that opportunity. So do check out on that. Another thing is the language program. So I'm sure when you study overseas, you may also have the interest of just picking up another language. So it can be done as well. Beside the English language, you can also pick up Chinese, French, German, and so on. So all these details you can also find online. Okay. So scholarship, so this is also one key factor. So I think just now during the interaction, not many people mentioned about that, but I'm sure this is also something will help to ease out a little bit on your finances ability. So we do have a global advancement scholarship alongside with the wide suite of scholarships that we offer. So our postgraduate global advancement scholarship it ranges. So from 2,500 are for students that have a good GPA. So for Vietnamese students, you are looking at GPA 3.5 out of 4 or 7.5 out of 10. You will get 2,005 fee deduction automatically. Okay, so this is a merit scholarship. So that's our first tier scholarship that applies for all international students. The next tier will then be depending on the program. So you can see there will be 4 programs that are available for students that ranges from 7,500. There's 67 programs that we actually give out 5,000. So these are some of the scholarships that we offer alongside with the basic 2,500. Okay. So the generous one comes from the master management program. So if you're looking at management school, where majority of the Vietnamese students will be looking at, you will see that we have a few more. So the management school has the excellence scholarship where we offer 50% discount of the tuition fee. Okay. We also have our MBA scholarship that ranges from 30%, 50 to 75%. And of course, we do have the women in football scholarship as well. So all these scholarships that are offered in Liverpool, I'm happy to share we don't have a separate scholarship application form, which also means that you don't have another form to fill out. All you need to do is just to apply for the program that you want to study. And if the program falls under our School of Management, they will then look into your application to see whether you are eligible to receive an offer from us. Once you get an offer, that is when our scholarship team will assess your application and see if you can be eligible for their 50%. So if you are selected or awarded by the 50%, you will be notified by email, and then the deduction will then be deducted automatically. So just in case, if you're a very good student, okay, you qualify for the 2,500, you also qualify for the 50%. Just take note that the maximum one student can achieve, one student can get from Liverpool is the 50%. Okay, so you don't get the 2,500, but the max is 50%. All right, so more information, you can scan the QR code as well, and that will bring you to our scholarship page. We have a few more. So if you're an undergrad student, we have we have yet to update the 2025 scholarship for degree program. So you have to check out on our website, and it's likely to be up by end of this month. Okay. Great. So before I go on to the traditional program, okay, which will then touch base on the differences and also the program. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes, thank you Miss Tracy so much. Yes. Và chúng mình vừa rồi đã được lắng nghe rất là nhiều thông tin hữu ích từ trường University of Liverpool và thành phố Liverpool rồi. Thì vậy thì trải nghiệm học tập thực tế từ trường sẽ như thế nào? Thì ngay sau đây chúng mình sẽ được lắng nghe chia sẻ từ chị Bùi Thị Thu Giang. Chị là cựu học sinh của ngành Bachelor Finance and Master ngành Marketing. Đồng thời chị cũng đã đạt được học bổng 20% từ trường ngành bậc thạc sĩ ngành Marketing. Và sau đây là chúng mình sẽ chuyển qua phần chia sẻ của chị Giang nhé. Thì em xin mời chị ạ.
Xin chào mọi người. Good morning everybody. It's my honor to represent one of the alumni network within the University of Liverpool to share about my experience. Mình rất là vinh dự bởi vì ngày hôm nay là mình có một cái vinh dự mà mình có thể được đại diện là một trong những gọi là cựu học sinh đã từng tham gia ở trường Liverpool, và mình chia sẻ về những cái trải nghiệm của mình. Để nói thì tại sao mình lại lựa chọn trường Liverpool? Thật ra hồi xưa khi mà mình đi học ấy thì cái mong muốn của mình là mình muốn học ở về ngành marketing, bởi vì mình muốn làm cho cái hiểu biết của mình ở trong những cái ngành này nó trở nên đa dạng. Do là bởi vì là đại học mình đã học về ngành finance and banking rồi, và mình muốn là mình thử sức mình ở những cái chuyên ngành mới, thì mình đã lựa chọn marketing. Và cái điều đầu tiên ấy, cái tiêu chí đầu tiên khi mình chọn để đi du học ấy, đấy là mình muốn chọn một cái ngôi trường mà nó có bề dày về lịch sử và là một cái ngôi trường uy tín ở bên Anh. Và khi mà mình tìm hiểu ở trên cái bảng QS ranking ấy, cũng như là có những cái rank khác ở trên thế giới, đặc biệt với chuyên ngành marketing, thì tại cái thời điểm mà mình bắt đầu mình apply là 2014, thì University of Liverpool là nằm ở trong top 10 của những trường về marketing ở tại Anh Quốc. Và đấy là cái điều đầu tiên là để mình muốn học là những cái trường ở trong top 10. Đấy là điều đầu tiên là mình đã sử dụng để là mình tìm kiếm. Và thứ hai là sau đấy thì mình cũng có tham khảo thông qua những cái network của những cái cựu học sinh Việt Nam đã từng tham gia đi học du học ở tại Anh về, và mình cũng chia sẻ, mình cũng hỏi về những cái trải nghiệm của mọi người ở tại những cái thành phố khác nhau, ví dụ như London này, hay là ở Manchester này, hay là Liverpool này, hay là Birmingham. Thì mình cũng biết được rằng là Liverpool là một cái thành phố mà nó khá là phù hợp với cái gọi là cái lifestyle của mình. Mình nghĩ là Liverpool nó có khá là nhiều cái mặt tương đồng với cả thành phố Hà Nội. Đấy chính là một cái cuộc sống nó rất là nhẹ nhàng, nó vừa phải, chứ nó không phải là nó rất là tấp nập, nó quá là sôi động. Tức là nó giống như kiểu là một cái thành phố mà hoạt động liên tục ấy, nó sẽ rất là khác so với là Birmingham hay là London. Thì Liverpool nó là có một cái cuộc sống mà đối với mình là nó rất là peaceful, và đấy là một cái thứ mà mình rất là yêu Liverpool. Và thêm vào đấy nữa là mình cũng có những cái người bạn của mình đã từng học ở trường University of Liverpool và chuyên ngành là International Business, và các anh các chị cũng đã chia sẻ cho mình những cái trải nghiệm rất là tuyệt vời về trường. Và đấy là lý do vì sao mà mình tại cái thời điểm đấy khi mà mình apply thì mình đã quyết định học về chuyên ngành marketing ở tại trường Liverpool. Thứ nhất là nằm trong top ranking của Anh, thứ hai là về cái cuộc sống ở tại Liverpool. Đấy là cái trải nghiệm của mình. Và sau khi mà mình tốt nghiệp chuyên ngành gọi là thạc sĩ về marketing ở tại trường Liverpool thì mình có về lại Việt Nam và mình đi làm. Và ngay sau khi, thật ra là mình đã nhận được một cái job offer từ cái lúc mà mình đang làm luận văn kết thúc cho cái chuyên ngành thạc sĩ của mình rồi. Tức là mình đã được gọi là có một cái job trước khi mà mình kết thúc cái công việc cái khóa học của mình rồi, thì đấy là một cái điều rất là may mắn đối với mình. Và ngay sau khi về Việt Nam thì mình đi làm việc ngay. Và mình đã làm ở trong những cái vị trí liên quan đến gọi là nó liên quan đến chuyện là mình điều phối những cái dự án khác nhau, và mình làm ở những cái bộ phận nó liên quan đến những cái chuyên ngành mình đã từng học, đấy là về marketing và về finance and banking. Và sau đấy thì các bạn biết là khi cái thời điểm của mình ấy thì lúc đấy thật sự là nó chưa có nhiều những cái chuyên ngành học hay như bây giờ đâu. Thật ra là khi mà mình nghe cô Tracy cô chia sẻ ấy, thì mình thấy là bây giờ tất cả mọi thứ, đúng là thế giới này biến động và trường cũng đã rất là nhanh chóng đã thiết kế ra những cái khóa học nó rất là phù hợp với cả cái nhu cầu của thị trường bây giờ. Đấy là những cái khóa học nó liên quan về data analysis này, rồi AI. Đấy là những cái thứ rất hay. Và cái thời điểm mình học 2014 thì nó chưa bùng nổ đến mức như bây giờ. Và đấy là lý do vì sao mà mình thấy rằng là đấy nó là một cái điều rất là tuyệt vời cho các bạn khi mà các bạn lựa chọn một cái chương trình học thạc sĩ và các bạn được học tất cả những cái thứ nó rất là update. Và rõ ràng là nó sẽ là một cái lợi thế rất lớn cho các bạn trong khi mà các bạn đi ứng tuyển bất cứ một cái vị trí nào thì rất là đầy sự tự tin. Và ngay kể cả mình bây giờ cũng thế thôi, mặc dù khi mà mình đang làm ở tại một cái tổ chức phi chính phủ của Mỹ thì mình cũng vẫn đang phải học. Và các bạn có biết cái thứ mình đang phải học thêm đấy là mình đang phải học thêm về AI, tức là mình đang phải học những cái phần mềm AI nào nó giúp cho cái công việc của mình nó trở nên hiệu quả hơn. Thì đấy cũng là một cái thứ mà mình vẫn đang phải học. Và thêm vào đấy là mình vẫn đang phải đào sâu để mình hiểu sâu thêm những cái sự phát triển mới về trong cái lĩnh vực marketing nữa. Bởi vì cái công việc của mình thì bây giờ thật ra là marketing nó chỉ là một phần thôi, bởi vì mình làm nó sẽ liên quan đến nhiều hơn như thế, rất là nhiều. Mình có liên quan đến chuyện là mình phải làm những cái về mặt kỹ thuật, mình đọc những cái tài liệu nghiên cứu này. Thì cái thời điểm mà khi mình học ở tại trường Liverpool ấy, hồi đấy mình không có nghĩ là cái việc mà nghiên cứu ấy nó lại quá là gần với cả cái công việc của mình bây giờ. Nhưng thực ra là chính vì cái môi trường của trường Liverpool đấy là những cái giáo sư đầu ngành, họ rất là mạnh về nghiên cứu, thì họ cho mình một cái nền tảng để mình biết là mình đọc research như thế nào, mình làm thế nào để mình gọi là mình verify là cái nghiên cứu ấy nó có hiệu quả hay không. Thì tất cả những cái kỹ năng đấy bây giờ nó lại đang rất là giúp ích cho mình trong cái công việc hiện tại của mình. Và phải nói rằng là mình phải cảm ơn rất là nhiều trong cái khoảng thời gian mà mình đã học ở Liverpool. Mình đã có rất là nhiều những cái kỷ niệm tuyệt vời. Và mà mình cũng muốn chia sẻ là ở Liverpool cái thời điểm 2014 thì mình cũng có một cái network nhỏ của hội sinh viên Việt Nam. Thực ra là sinh viên Việt Nam ở tại trường Liverpool thì không quá nhiều ở tại thời điểm mình học. Mình cũng không biết là bây giờ như nào rồi, nhưng mà đấy là những cái người bạn mà đến bây giờ mình vẫn chơi rất là trân quý. Và mình vẫn anh em vẫn trao đổi và chia sẻ với nhau rất là nhiều về công việc, và cũng như là nếu mà có cái gì cần hỗ trợ thì mình nghĩ là đấy là những cái kỷ niệm mà nó không bao giờ mà mình có thể quên được từ cái khoảng thời gian mà mình học thạc sĩ ở tại Liverpool. Thì đấy là một trong những cái chia sẻ rất là ngắn gọn của mình thôi. Thì rất là mong là những cái chia sẻ này của mình có thể giúp ích cho các bạn trong việc có thể là chọn cái ngôi trường nó phù hợp với cả cái mong muốn của bản thân, cũng như là làm thế nào để cho mình có thể tự tin trong cái khi mà mình ứng tuyển bất cứ một công ty hay một vị trí nào. Xin cảm ơn.
Dạ vâng, chị Giang ơi, vừa rồi thì em đã nghe rất là nhiều những chia sẻ chân thực từ chị. Thì em cũng đang muốn một chút những cái câu hỏi khác, như là với chương trình học ở Liverpool là như chị nói là thiên về research, đúng không ạ? Thì làm như thế nào để, với chương trình học research như thế thì nó có bị nặng không? Và làm như thế nào để chị có thể cân bằng giữa việc học và việc làm thêm ở Liverpool?
Thực chất ấy, là mình nghĩ là cái này mình cũng chia sẻ cá nhân thôi. Mình nghĩ với bạn học sinh Việt Nam nếu đi sang Anh học, không phải chỉ với Liverpool đâu nhá, mình đang nói chung luôn, các bạn chắc chắn sẽ có một sự sốc nhất định về việc học. Tại vì sao? Bởi vì cái cách học của Việt Nam mình nó hoàn toàn khác với cả cách học ở bên Anh. Ở bên Anh cái tính tự chủ cao hơn rất là nhiều. Cái việc mình phải đọc tài liệu, mình tự làm nó intensive hơn rất là nhiều. Nó hoàn toàn khác xa với tất cả cái gì mà cái môi trường, cái hệ thống giáo dục của Việt Nam đang dạy chúng ta. Cho nên là chắc chắn là ở cái thời gian đầu khi mà các bạn đi học ở bên Anh ấy, ở bất cứ trường nào cũng thế thôi, mình sẽ rất là sốc với cái cách học nó khác nhau như thế. Chưa kể là tiếng Anh nó còn không phải là ngôn ngữ mẹ đẻ của chúng ta nữa, thì chúng ta sẽ phải mất rất là nhiều thời gian, mình sẽ phải xoay sở mình làm thế nào để mình có thể hiểu được những cái từ tiếng Anh này, rồi mình có thể vượt qua những cái rào cản. Chắc chắn mình sẽ có, khi mà các bạn đi nước ngoài chắc chắn mình sẽ có những cái rào cản tự ti nhất định về mặt ngôn ngữ, thì mình sẽ phải vượt qua tất cả những cái điều đấy. Nhưng mà chính vì khi mà mình cho phép bản thân mình dấn thân sang một cái môi trường xa lạ, một cái môi trường mà nó đầy cái thử thách như thế, thì nó lại giúp cho mình nâng cao cái phẩm chất ở bên trong của mình và cho mình cái sự tự tin để về sau khi mà mình đi ra bất cứ một môi trường nước ngoài nào, hay là khi mà mình làm bất cứ một công việc gì, mình có thể là mình dám đương đầu với thử thách mà mình tự tin mình nhận để mình làm. Và mình nghĩ là cái chuyện mà cân bằng như thế nào ấy, thì nó sẽ phụ thuộc rất nhiều vào cá nhân của các bạn. Tuy nhiên là cái việc học ấy nó sẽ không phải là liên tục theo kiểu nghĩa là mình sẽ học full day như ở trường Việt Nam đâu, và mình sẽ chỉ học ví dụ như là khoảng một tuần mình sẽ chỉ học ví dụ như có một vài ngày là full day thôi, còn lại những ngày khác có thể là những cái ngày mình off. Cho nên là nếu mà để nói về cái thời gian để mình có thể cân bằng cuộc sống cá nhân, các bạn hoàn toàn có những điều đấy, bởi mình luôn có những cái khoảng thời gian và không gian riêng cho mình. Chưa kể là mình cũng phải chia sẻ là hồi mà mình đi học ở Anh ấy, thì mình cũng rất là may mắn là trong khoảng thời gian rất là ngắn ngủi học về chuyên ngành thạc sĩ thôi, nhưng mà mình có thể là mình đã đi được tận 10 nước châu Âu để mình trải nghiệm. Tức là mình hoàn toàn có thể cân bằng được, chỉ có là cái thời gian đầu khi mà mình bắt đầu mình đi sang một cái môi trường mới thì tất cả nó rất là xa lạ với mình, thì mình sẽ phải dành cái khoảng thời gian đầu làm để mình làm thế nào mình quen với cái môi trường đấy và mình cân bằng giữa những cái của cá nhân với cả cái công việc học tập của trường thôi. Còn lại thì khi mà về sau khi chúng ta bắt đầu mình quen với cái nếp sống, mình quen với cách học, mình quen với cái môi trường đấy rồi, thì mình nghĩ là đối với các bạn, mình nghĩ là người Việt Nam mình, đối với các bạn sinh viên Việt Nam thì chúng ta hoàn toàn có thể là đáp ứng được, và chúng ta hoàn toàn có thể tự tin để chúng ta học và chúng ta trải nghiệm, gọi là live fully ở bên Anh, rất là vui.
Chị ơi, thì với cơ hội đấy là những cái chia sẻ của chị về những cái khó khăn thời điểm ban đầu và những cái cách mà chị đã vượt qua. Thế thì ở Liverpool thì cái cơ hội việc làm như thế nào ạ? Và những hỗ trợ của nhà trường trong khi tìm kiếm việc làm tại Liverpool là ra sao ạ?
Thực chất là mình nghĩ là bây giờ cái môi trường và tất cả những cái gì mà trường offer cho các bạn đã khác so với mình rất là nhiều. Mình chỉ muốn nói về ở tại cái thời điểm của khi mà mình đi học ấy, thì mình cũng chia sẻ luôn là lúc tại cái thời điểm đấy thì mình không đặt quá nặng về cái chuyện là mình đi làm, bởi vì thực sự là đối với cũng phải chia sẻ với các bạn là cái việc học ấy nó cũng chiếm rất là nhiều thời gian, và chưa kể là mình còn muốn dành thời gian để mình đi mình trải nghiệm những cái văn hóa của nước Anh, rồi mình đi mình muốn trải nghiệm những cái thành phố châu Âu khác nữa. Cho nên cái việc mình vẫn nhớ hồi đấy mình có đi làm thêm, nhưng mà cái công việc làm thêm của mình nó cũng không quá nhiều đâu. Một tuần mình nhớ là đâu đấy mình cũng làm khoảng 10 tiếng rồi. Mình làm ở mình làm thêm ở tại một cái quán đồ ăn ở Anh. Và mình nghĩ là đến bây giờ thì như cô Tracy đã chia sẻ thì hoàn toàn là các bạn có thể là có những cái support từ trường nó rất là nhiều, bởi vì là cũng phải nói thật là cái thời điểm 2014 của mình thì mọi thứ nó đã khác rất là nhiều so với thời điểm bây giờ rồi. 2024 mình thấy là tất cả các khóa học thiết kế đã trở nên hay và hấp dẫn, rất là hấp dẫn. Chưa kể là có một cái hệ thống của những coach, rồi của những từ phía trường support để cho sinh viên có một cuộc sống tốt nhất ở tại Anh, thì mình thấy đấy là một điều tuyệt vời. Còn đối với mình, sau khi mà tốt nghiệp ra trường bây giờ rồi, thì nói thật với các bạn là mình hiện tại đến bây giờ email của mình hàng tháng ấy, mình vẫn nhận được những cái tin của alumni của trường về những cái workshop này, về những cái workshop của trường ấy, mà họ mời đến những cái anh chị mà đã rất thành công ở trong những cái công ty tập đoàn nổi tiếng để chia sẻ, và cũng như là có những cái newsletter để follow up xem là mình có vấn đề gì không, có cần support gì không, thì mình nghĩ đấy là một điều rất là đáng quý.
Vậy thì câu hỏi cuối cùng nha anh chị nhé, là nếu mà được miêu tả 3 tính từ về quá trình học tập trải nghiệm ở Liverpool thì đó là gì và vì sao?
Nếu mà được chọn 3 tính từ để miêu tả về quá trình học tập, đầu tiên là mình sẽ nói là về từ thử thách. Tại sao là thử thách? Như mình đã nói rất là lâu, mình đã nói ngay từ đầu rồi, thử thách này nó sẽ không phải là chỉ dành cho khi mình học trường Liverpool, mà là ở một môi trường hoàn toàn mới, đấy là đất nước Anh Quốc. Và cái thử thách đấy nó chính là một trong những cái mà giúp cho mình có một cái sự bền bỉ, và đấy là cái từ thứ hai của mình, đấy là resilience. Mình nghĩ là cái sự bền bỉ đấy nó giúp cho mình dám vượt qua những cái khó khăn, dám vượt qua những cái thử thách, và mình không đầu hàng với tất cả những cái gì mà nó đến với mình, và cuối cùng nó dẫn đến cuối cùng cho mình, thì mình nghĩ đấy là cái từ tuyệt vời. Đấy là một cái trải nghiệm mà đến bây giờ mình không thể nào quên được. Mình có những người bạn rất là giá trị, và mình đã được học rất là nhiều những kiến thức rất là bổ ích ở đấy, và mình vẫn nhớ mãi đấy là cái người thầy của mình, khi mà người thầy của mình ở bên hồi khi mình học marketing ấy, thì trường Liverpool nó có một cái rất là đặc biệt, là chuyên ngành marketing của mình thì nó lại có một cái môn gọi là môn service scape. Và cái môn service scape đấy nó cho mình một cái hoàn toàn, một cái gọi là một cái new horizon về cái chuyện rằng là marketing nó không phải chỉ rằng là mình đi tiếp thị như các bạn đang biết ở Việt Nam này, thị trường như kiểu mình quảng cáo này, rồi mình đi gọi là mình đi nghiên cứu thị trường này, mình đi nghiên cứu gọi là hành vi của người tiêu dùng, mình đưa ra những cái chiến lược, đưa ra cách thức tiếp thị này, mà nó còn liên quan đến service scape, đấy là cái cách mình phục vụ tất cả những cái người khách hàng của mình như nào trong những cái môi trường rất là đa dạng khác nhau, ví dụ như là ở tại những cái nhà ăn này, rồi ví dụ những cái trải nghiệm khu vui chơi này, đấy nó cũng nằm ở trong marketing, và đấy là một cái thứ mà rất là hay. Và mình nghĩ là cái từ tuyệt vời nó vẫn là cái từ cuối cùng mà mình muốn dành cho cái quãng thời gian mà mình học tập tại Liverpool và những trải nghiệm của mình ở tại đất nước Anh Quốc.
Em rất là cảm ơn những chia sẻ rất là chân thực từ chị. Đây là những chia sẻ cực kỳ em cảm thấy là cực kỳ là xúc động ạ. Thì đây là một trong những cái tức là những cái sinh viên ấy, các bạn sinh viên có thể dựa vào những cái trải nghiệm của chị để có thể là những lựa chọn để có thể đi du học UK nói chung, cũng như là chọn trường Liverpool nói riêng ạ. Đó. Thì thank you so much for your useful information about University of Liverpool, Miss Tracy and Miss Zhang. And if anyone wants to ask our speaker more about Liverpool City or University of Liverpool, don't hesitate to leave the comment in the box chat. Miss Tracy and Miss Zhang will answer all of them in the Q&A section at the end of the event. And now we will take a break with a mini game for the participants before coming to the STEM business session. Chị cũng đã thấy là rất là nhiều bạn đã có thể đặt câu hỏi cho những vị speaker, những vị khách mời của chúng mình ở trong box chat rồi. Chị sẽ trước tiên là chúng mình sẽ thay đổi không khí một chút và cũng như là tiếp thêm một chút năng lượng, thì các bạn sẽ chị mời các em tham gia game nho nhỏ do ban tổ chức đã chuẩn bị từ trước. Thì người trả lời đúng được nhiều câu hỏi nhất sẽ được nhận một phần quà từ ban tổ chức nha. Luật chơi thì vô cùng đơn giản như sau, thì sẽ có 8 câu hỏi, mỗi câu hỏi sẽ có 10 giây để trả lời. Các bạn trả lời đúng và nhanh nhất sẽ được nhận quà. Không biết là các em đã sẵn sàng chưa? Các bạn có thể là số 1 vào trong box chat thì để chị biết là nắm được thông tin ạ.
Em ơi em, ở phía bên em nó đang bị cái tiếng nó đang vọng lại. Có một bạn nào đấy đang mở mic mà tiếng nó đang bị vọng. Mình tắt bớt thì nó sẽ đỡ hơn.
Không biết là các bạn có nghe rõ chị nói không ạ?
Nó bị tiếng vọng lại, tức là bạn nói xong rồi nó sẽ có một cái tiếng vọng lại luôn.
Alo.
Ok, mình nghĩ là được rồi đấy ạ. Mình nghĩ là được rồi đấy ạ. Còn nó vẫn cứ bị tiếng vọng lại.
Ở đây chị đang thấy là bạn Hà đã nghe rõ, không biết là các bạn khác thì sao?
Tức là mình nghe rất rõ nhưng mà nó lại bị tiếng
nó lại
vọng
bị
lại. Đúng rồi, mình giống bạn Ngọc Anh, mình thấy tiếng vọng lại rất rõ.
Vậy thì chị bắt đầu. Các bạn đã sẵn sàng chưa ạ? Chị bắt đầu. Alo, có bạn nào đang nghe rõ chị nói chưa? Các bạn có bị vang không ạ? Chị vẫn thấy là các bạn alo. Mọi người có nghe tiếng chị nói không ạ? Mọi người có nghe rõ chị nói và bây giờ có tiếng vọng. Thế thì chị xin bắt đầu. Chị vẫn tiếp tục với chơi game của chúng mình nhá. Bây giờ các bạn sẵn sàng. Mặc dù là hơi khó chịu một chút nhưng mà các bạn tiếp thu và chơi game mà được ạ. Các bạn đã sẵn sàng chưa thì ấn số 1 giúp chị nha. Có bạn Ngọc Anh đã số 1 rồi này. Bây giờ chúng mình sẽ bắt đầu vào đầu tiên nhá. Xin câu hỏi số 1 này. University of Liverpool thuộc nhóm trường đại học nào của UK? A. Ivy League. B. Local Village. C. Golden Book. D. Westbridge University. Chị thấy là bạn Hưng đang chọn. Chúng ta sẽ chuyển sang phần câu hỏi số 2 nhé. Ngành học nào sau đây được thuộc nhóm ngành STEM in Business University of Liverpool? A. Fashion Design. B. AI Fashion Design. B. AI Culinary Art. Và D. Sport Management. Đáp án đúng là đáp án B các bạn. Đúng là đáp án đấy các bạn nha. Câu hỏi số 3. Và đáp án đúng của câu hỏi này là C nha các bạn. Câu hỏi số 4. Đáp án đúng là C nha. Câu hỏi số 5 ạ. Đáp án đúng là C nha. Câu hỏi số 6 ạ. Đáp án đúng là A. Câu hỏi số 7 ạ. Đáp án đúng là C ạ. Và các bạn sẽ chuyển sang câu hỏi cuối cùng ạ. Đáp án đúng là A. Và chúng mình đã kết thúc phần mini game vừa rồi ạ. Thì các bạn sẽ 3 bạn có câu trả lời đúng nhất thì sẽ được nhận phần câu trả lời đúng nhất thì sẽ thông báo vào phần cuối chương trình ạ. Và để tiếp nối chương trình sau phần mini game đầy năng lượng sang phần thứ 3 là những thông tin business của Liverpool. Thì bây giờ chúng mình sẽ tìm hiểu cùng Miss Tracy ngay sau đây ạ. Now we're going to section 3, introduce about STEM in business of University of Liverpool. Let's find out more information with Miss Tracy.
Great. So it's back to me again. Let me just share my screen. Okay. All right, can you guys see my screen? Okay. Sorry, something wrong with my slide. 1 minute. All right. So the second part, I will be talking about basically the traditional programs and the non-traditional. So I think it's also important as we look into what the world is looking at, it's important to differentiate what is the main difference, okay? So I thought it would just be basically the 3 key differences that I would like to highlight to you guys today, and so that hopefully you can kind of differentiate a little bit, and when you look into the choices of the master degree that you are trying to apply to, whether it really fits to look at whether you are suitable to do a traditional program or a non-traditional program. I didn't use the word STEM business at this current point, if you notice, because the STEM business is actually quite wide range. And then when we talk into more specific programs, it may not actually justify. So it's a wider term. So for here, I thought it would be easier for you guys to understand rather than a STEM business, to understand it as the differentiation of a traditional and a non-traditional. So there are 3 main key factors or key differences. The first thing is the curriculum focus. So you will see that when it comes to traditional business, you are looking more into the fundamental or principles. So you get to learn about what marketing is, you know, the consumer behavior, consumer research, all about. So it always comes with a more theoretical kind of approach, okay, for you to really understand what does it mean. But when we look into a non-traditional, you will then see that it actually integrate with technology and data analysis and also data sciences, machine learning. So that is where you see a lot of new terms coming out, you know, along the journey that I'm sure you heard it everywhere about data science, AI, about data analytics, about machine learning, about technology, and so on. So that is where you come to realize that, hey, you know, maybe the traditional businesses program may not be sufficient enough. It is probably something that you need to upgrade yourself to focus more on places where you then integrate a mix of what you already know and how these tools, such as the technology, data analysis, tool set that can help you with your job. Okay. The second thing is the skill development. So traditional businesses focus more on soft skills. So you learn about leadership, you learn about communication, you learn about personal. So you learn about like human resource management, for example. You learn about MBA. You learn about how you can negotiate or understanding. So it's more on the soft skill. Okay. But when it comes to non-traditional business, you then need to apply to hard skill. That means you need to then know that how the data analytics, the statistics, the analyzing of all the data help you with your better communication. So it's more of an enhancement than to a total different program. So if you also, this is also something that you may observe if you look at Liverpool programs itself or master program, we don't take away the traditional, but we incorporate the non-traditional into the program. So you will see programs like, instead of marketing, you will see digital marketing and analytics, because digital marketing, that's where it is the soft skill. It is the fundamental of understanding what communication, consumer behavior are. But then again, you are supporting with the data analyst, analytical skill. So you learn how to use the hard skill, the tools to help you to understand and generate the data and statistics to justify why you want to do a certain project. So for example, if you are right now a marketing or manager, for example, you may often or not, you need to do presentation, right, to your bosses. You need to convince your boss why you should do this campaign. So sometimes you may look into consumer behavior, which is the fundamental of what business is all about. You learn about fundamental of what marketing is all about, right? You learn about consumer behavior. Is this something that really customer need? What are they? What is their journey? And then you support and say, hey, for the past trend, you can see there's an increase of people actually using this and that, and what kind of statistics. Okay, so that is something that you kind of put in place. Okay, so this is how we call it the incorporated, or rather we are moving more towards not so traditional program, but having a more integrated program to help you on that. Other than that, of course, is the career opportunity. So you will see that traditional program typically help you to progress on to get a marketing executive job, to get you to do a HR role, a finance a manager or executive. You will then move out to be a manager. Okay, because of all the traditional skill, right? You learn about soft skill, you learn about the traditional fundamental that lands you into jobs like this. But if you look into your LinkedIn account right now, if you look into the job post, you will then see a lot more jobs that require you to look into into students or prospective employees that has the skill of data analytics, into business intelligence and digital transformation. So you can easily just take out your LinkedIn account right now. You just look at jobs. You can tell that right now, one traditional master degree is not sufficient for you to actually gain more career opportunity. And that got you to that. I'm sure that is also one of the reasons why you joined the session today, to really see that why is it so, right? It's definitely because of what the market is demand right now, and the university is helping to provide the supply. That means the education, the knowledge that you need to know from the non-traditional to help you to progress on. Okay, so I did a little survey for you guys as well, because I know that, the session today, I think it is really for you to kind of identify how you really bridge the gap. So I found this particular research by the Economist Impact for 2023. It's also something that the Google actually put together. So you can tell that in your economy at this current point, Vietnam is actually aiming to become a high income national. You can tell very obviously, is it more crowded right now in Hanoi? You know, there's more expats coming in, there's more job opportunity, there is more companies, MNC companies coming in, not just in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, Haiphong, Da Nang right now, right? So what does it mean? That means your government actually has a very longer kind of objective already, right? So you are aiming to be a high income national by prioritizing the digital economic and also helping you to be a fully digital society by 2023. Da Nang is doing very well, right? With all the IT expertise, a lot more. I spoke to my alumni as well, a lot more because of their background, you know, they studied the traditional, but they kind of evolved more into areas like data science, computer science, and so on. They land out in a better job. They find jobs easier. They have higher pay and progression. So I guess a lot of you guys, while you are choosing a master degree, is also looking at the main goal. So I'm happy to share, you have very good opportunity. Your country is growing, and there is really a lot more to get. Okay, so you can also sell that, you know, right now the key element for you to do the transition is really for you to actually study more about analytical skill, digital skill, which is highly valued by by employers. Sorry. So this is not what I say, it's actually what the research say, and the key finding is as follow. You can see 62% of them, 62% actually looking at analytical skills that employee actually have, and digital skill 52%. So these two are the top two skills that are prioritized by it's not employees, it's employer in the Vietnam. So that means all the HR, when they are looking at people who can fit into their job, are really looking at this area. Okay, and then you are also looking into digital skills, where you kind of know this is a hard skill already, right? Which is the one that I mentioned to you previously. You are looking at all the UX design, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, and so on. And in fact, the demand for all these are highly valued, okay, than the ASEAN APAC coverage in general. So meaning to say, when you actually have this kind of skill set, it's not just job opportunity in Vietnam, but also in the Southeast Asia. Okay, so now you kind of know how important it is to really get yourself skill up or bridge the gap that you currently have. So you also see a lot of university right now offering programs, which is called, we call it conversion program. That means previously, long time ago, we don't have this kind of program. We don't even know what is AI, right? We don't even know what is data science. But because we know previously, a lot of students, like myself as well, doing more traditional program, it is now what the economic demand is, that we need to actually upgrade ourselves to get whatever skills that we need to bridge the gap. Okay, so that is where you can see from the right hand side. I thought the image is quite easy for you to understand at one glance what is really the must-have advanced digital skill for employees, for you guys to really have, for you to be to stand at an advantage in terms of getting the job. So basic digital skill, I'm sure you need to have, and then data analytics and visualization. So sometimes presentation may not be just wordy. Mine is still traditional, you can tell, because I am still very traditional. I'm learning how to do more visual kind of visualization kind of presentation, so that you can see at one glance. So which also means that the society is evolving. We don't want a lot of content, but we want rich content to help you to make decision. Similarly, all these need training, and all these need analytical skills and data analyzing and analyzing skill. Okay, and then with all the overload data, of course, the next phase is really looking into cybersecurity. So I'm sure you also know that, you know, the increase of scam and all the investment scam, etc. Companies are looking at how to protect their data and security. So you can already tell from the whole list here that it's really a lot of jobs opportunity available if you can consider progressing on to do a non-traditional business. Okay. So I hope that kind of convince you to tell you that, hey, it's time for progression, and then what kind of factors you choose, like the student actually mentioned at the beginning when we do the little activity, the key thing that they mentioned was the design of the course. I guess when you mention about design of the course, you are also looking at in terms of the module, what exactly the module actually deliver in the respective master program, that then help you to equip with not just the traditional skill, but also the non-traditional business skill that is in place. So with that, I would like to bring you closer to the university to look at basically what kind of non-traditional programs that Liverpool offer to help you. So we actually have a wide range, but because of this session, I actually narrowed down to a selective top few for you to actually have a look. If you would like to know more in depth, or you wanted to see a wider range, please speak to index counselors. They will be more than willing to help you. If you would actually like me to actually share with you guys, you can also arrange a session with me as well. Okay, anywhere and any resources or support that can help you to make better decision, is really our honor to do that. Okay, so this is actually one. So if you look at our website, we have this AI for digital business. So the word actually sounds like, why AI is really like artificial intelligence, and then how does it imply? So we are specialized in our AI. Our specialization is in data science, software development, and AI. But this is actually the hard skill. So the most important thing is, how do we use this hard skill to actually apply to the traditional business? Okay, so that is this is what the program will then be delivered. So like what you see from the research, AI tools, or machine learning and all, is really the upcoming gap that employees will need to look at. So therefore, effective technology management is also very essential for you to stay competitive, and for you to be advanced compared to the rest. And these are really highly sought by employers. So the core team that you will then be covering in AI for digital sciences will be robotics, will be business of things, data science, 3D printing, machine learning, blockchain, software like ChatGPT, etc. So at a glance of it, you will find that it is a lot more hard skill, but this is really the core team. But we are making it in such a way that while you learn about the hard skill, you need to then question is how you apply to the business aspect of it. So this program will be suitable for students who are already kind of in the business line, and then you kind of not very sure, like myself as well, not so sure about what AI is all about, how you apply machine learning to business. This program will suit you. And this is also one conversion program. That means if you are not from the business background, you are currently working as an executive or a manager, but you are not from, you are from like engineering companies or etc., or your degree is previously a non-business degree, is fine, because this is a conversion program. That means it's a transition program. So we don't look into your prior background, and you can actually apply regardless of which degree program you actually graduated from previously. Business analytics and big data. So this is also one very, very popular program. It has been running very successful in our program. In fact, we are one of the few universities that actually came out with business analytics when everyone is talking about analytics. Okay, so why this program is important? Because you may find at times, if you are working, you may find at times that after the 2 years COVID, do you find that there's a lot of data and a lot of readings, a lot of analyzing that you need to do for your job? Do you find that there are things that you just somehow can't get it, and then or things that you really need to see the relevant trend, or you somehow overwhelmed with a lot of data that's in place that force you to kind of pick up the analytical skill, or rather using analytical skill, knowing how to read data, how to mine the data, so that you can actually better do your job, whether is it on a leadership role or whether in the analytical role. So if that is what you are encountering now, and then you want something to really help you on that, this program will be the one. So this program will be very suitable for students who really constantly looking into data related, or needing the need to actually justify or support your evidence with digital, with data. Okay, so mainly people that in the marketing field or advertising field, or things that you need to, or project based, where you need to really look at past performance trends, etc. So you can tell that this program, it covers more than mining. Mining is the hard skill. Okay, it is the core skill that you need to learn about the data mining, the machine learning, the big data management, because you will be very overwhelmed with a lot of data. How do you better manage it? What kind of digital strategy you need to be in place? And then how does the big data and analytics come in place? And then how do you help using the business technology and management? Okay, so all these are the core, but then how does it imply? Will then imply to the work experience that you have, right? So the unique thing about this program is that it's also developed okay, in collaboration with industry contributors. So we don't just come out with this program by itself. Although we are research led, we are, our professors are research based, but we actually do it with the support of the industry contributions and partners, such as PepsiCo and so on. Why we do that? Because remember I mentioned one of the key things is we are actually the top 25 most targeted by graduate or global employers. This is really the main reason why, because when we have the research, we have the expertise, we have the talent, we have the excellent teaching to help students, it's important for you to get what the industry needs, the demand, right? So when we actually work with company, that makes the program more relevant, because the program will then be able to train students and staff who are ready for this industry. And can you imagine, because this program is actually work with industry contributors like Pepsi. So when you graduate with a business analytics and business data, big data, and you go to Pepsi and find a job, do you think that they are more well received? Do they receive better of our graduate or than any other university? Okay, so that is something to think about, because why we are most targeted by employers is also because we actually train our students to be industry ready, so that they know the mode of training is also the contribution from their company, and this is what the company wants their employer to have. So that kind of put in place to have a more holistic kind of program that we offer, which allows students to have the transferable skill and the employability skill, that employability chances that students can find a job. Okay, so that is where you can see for this program, it's not just on the hardcore, but it's also to help you to better analyze and to better manage the data, and also to help you with the leadership skill. Okay, so you can tell this is very popular. If you are having a thought for this program, please strongly encourage you to apply early, because similarly to the scholarship, if you are looking at any of the Liverpool scholarship, it's really on a first come first serve basis. That means those students that apply early, they will get a higher chance to be considered for the scholarship. Okay, so now is really the best time. Okay, so if you are looking at that, please reach out to index counselors. They will be able to help you. Digital marketing and analytics is a combination. So we know that marketers, especially, or students who want to go into marketing, particularly in digital marketing, will then need to know how to read data. So we rather than having two master programs that you need to study on master on marketing and then data analytics, we combine this so that during the one whole year, you have the richest resources that you need for you to get ready for the employment. So this is also one of our commitments. So we try to make sure that our program, when students complete, they can find a job. So that also tallies to how committed we are in terms of really helping students to have a high percentage of students actually get into a job or further studies within their graduation. So this is one program which will be very good for students who wants to move on to digital marketing, or wants to do a career switch, or if you just graduate, you want to go into marketing industry. This program will help you, because the program will train you not just understanding what the soft skill of marketing is about, which then cover the consumer behavior, digital marketing, marketing management, and so on. It also cover you the hardcore of understanding the marketing data analysis, the tool set, how you actually analyze, how you do experimental marketing to help you to better manage the whole marketing campaign. Okay, and it is also good for entrepreneur. So if, let's say, now there's more and more people that wants to do their own digital business, digital store, etc., this kind of program will also help them to understand how to kickstart, okay, understanding what consumer need, and also looking into navigating into the digital environment and using technology to help them to make strategic data driven decision. Okay, even if you are already in the company for quite some time, you have not done any marketing program because of your prior background is non-marketing based, this program will help you, because I'm sure you will do a lot of presentation where you need data to say the word. So this program will train you how to make strategic data driven decision. That means they will let you use the tool set, and when you make decision, it is all backed by all the data that you have analyzed throughout the whole process. This is data science and for economics. Economics is also an interesting area where is always about supply and demand, the macro and micro aspect of the business. So often they're not students who are in the economic background. With the economic background, they will be very, very into data, right? So for data science, data science for economics is really providing students with more rigorous training in the big data methods. Okay, then it also helps you into the cutting edges of all the tools that you can use to answer the most important question that faced by the company. Okay, so data is everywhere. We all know about it. So for this particular program, it really helps you to look more in depth into the data management, the visualization for economics. So it is very specific into economic itself, and it also apply to the applied the macro, micro, and machine learning. So this kind of program is very good for students who are who has background already in economic, and then you kind of already know what the macro, micro aspect of it. You are economist, for example, or you work in banks, or you work in investment companies, etc., where you constantly need to look into the supply and demand, the economic, the company structure, and so on. This program will help you to deepen. That means you already have the basic, the traditional base soft skill that you need. This is the hard skill that they will help you to, we will train you so that you can then have the ability to not only extract, but you also can handle and analyze larger kind of amount of data. Okay. Economic policy and data analytics is another interesting one. So this is also for students that you already have some background, because economic is quite tricky. You need to understand a little bit for you to advance better. Compared to just now that program, this program press on more into questions that would then relate to public industry, institution, international organization, and businesses. So if you are working for MNC company, or you are currently working in the government sector, where you have a lot of policy related question. Okay, so that means your job is not just on the economics per se, or understanding investment, etc. Your job kind of allows you to have the need to press for policy related. Okay, there are certain policy that will impact. So if you are working in an MNC company as well, if you do cross transactional, if you are in an exporting, importing organization, you often need to relate yourself to policy related questions, right? So this is where it will then help you deeper understanding the economic policy, and also using data, big data, machine learning to support it. Okay, so you will then see that your core team, it not just about the statistics method. You also know how to manage the data. You also understand the micro aspect of the economics, and also the labor and public economics as well. So it is a mix, but it's a good blend in the sense that it helps you not just on the technical, but what is more in depth into the policy. So the modules will also cover a wide range of policies. So in terms of, if you are in the healthcare as well, this may suit you too. Healthcare, in the safety, social safety net, the environmental sustainability, and also all these sustainability, data analytics, and all the new terminology that you will hear almost everywhere. So this is one program for you as well, and it's one that we deliver in Liverpool. I have covered quite a lot. I hope this is just the niche of the tip of the pie that we offer. There is really a lot more. And if you are keen to find out more, really feel free to reach out to us. Any assistant in country, you have amazing index counselors. If you are looking at, if you need to have a session with me, I'm always available on Zoom. Just need to schedule a session with me for me to help you to identify what you really need for your career, to help you to advance and find better job and better salary. So at this current point, I wanted to pause a little bit just to let you know what are our upcoming intake. So our usual intake is in September, but this year we actually have a Jan intake coming out. So if you don't want to wait further, you can actually consider our Jan intake. But for Jan intake, because it's actually a new intake that we incorporated, so we don't have many programs that we offer. So if you are keen to join Jan, at this current point for business program, we only have the MBA program, the marketing, and the master in management. And it's still open for registration. The deadline is 30th of November, and the start date will be on the 22nd of Jan. Unfortunately, we don't have any STEM programs or non-traditional program offered in Jan. So if you would like to consider the non-traditional program, I strongly encourage you to apply now for September if you are looking at number one, scholarship, because it's on the first come, first serve. And second, for more popular programs like business analytics and big data, we usually fill up quite quickly. So if you can apply early, that will always be an advantage, and it will give you more time to prepare for your visa and the rest of the logistics. Okay. I think I have talked quite a lot today. I wanted to just quickly give you a 1-minute video about a summary of Liverpool experience as a whole. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it.
Let me tell you a story of a leader who takes on our greatest challenges and travels with hope. Let me tell you a story of the children we cherish, far from home, in a place they belong, burning bright as they discover new horizons amongst the most vibrant, kindred souls. The once-in-a-generation characters whose names ring through time, leaving their indelible mark on the world. Let me tell you a story of a place like no other, that nurtures original thinking and invites curiosity, that welcomes the brave, the thinkers, the originals, a place where the greatest stories are written, and your story awaits. We are the University of Liverpool. For the bold, for the original, leading the way.
Okay, this is actually our latest campaign, and I just wanted to take the lead as well to say that, we are really leading the way, and we're really looking forward to have, all of you to join us to continue to lead the way to really, success in your career. So with that, I think I have come to the end of my slide. Let me just go back to the last slide. Yes. So if you would like to connect me, here is the QR code. And if you would like to just start your journey with us, you can scan the QR code to our website. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your meaningful information. Yeah. Vừa rồi thì các bạn đã được nạp rất là nhiều thông tin hữu ích về trường, về ngành và những chia sẻ kinh nghiệm học tập từ chị Giang rồi. Chị biết là các em ở đây đang có rất là nhiều câu hỏi để đặt cho hai vị diễn giả, hai vị khách mời của chúng mình. Bây giờ chúng ta sẽ đến với phần cuối cùng trong buổi workshop ngày hôm nay, Q&A giải đáp thắc mắc. Nếu các em có bất kỳ câu hỏi nào thì chúng mình đừng ngần ngại bật mic hoặc là đặt comment câu hỏi vào box chat để được hai vị khách mời giải đáp cho chúng mình nha. Thank you for your meaningful sharing. Now let's go to the Q&A section and answer the participants' questions. Hello, Miss Tracy.
Yes.
Yes. There one student, she asked that, does the university offer any career development program that focus specifically on soft skills such as leadership or communication, which are essential for roles in business management?
Yeah, I think I have mentioned on the website, I have mentioned during my presentation as well. When you look at how I explain it, Liverpool programs, we actually focus on both. So you have the soft skill, you have the hard skill. And soft skill is very important. So when you talk about leadership, for example, I'll give you an example. We do have what we call as a business challenge, business management challenge, where we actually do it every year for students, so that students have the opportunity to present themselves. Okay, so there is platform for you to actually, if you have an idea, you can pitch the idea, and we will get investors to come together to actually listen to your pitch. So there are at times, there are such opportunity where you can actually build on your leadership role, or you can actually improve in your communication. We also have student ambassadors as well. So if you are keen to actually build up your communication skill, you can also join us to apply as our student ambassadors. So that is where they have opportunity to take on projects and then helping in terms of video creations, etc. Mostly on the soft skill to help you progress in your career. So there is really a lot of platform. As I mentioned, it takes two hands to clap. So the university definitely have all these programs, but you have to be active to actually engage with us. Okay, so these are things that we will do. And if you are looking at business management, our management school has their own dedicated team to help students alongside with it. So we do have very supportive student support, so you can always reach out to them if you have such concern. If you are looking at some such career development that you are looking at, you can. In fact, students who are looking at business program, we also teach students how to do trading, because we have a Bloomberg suite as well, where you can actually have a look. You can also take up trading. So some other skills that you can actually pick up during the course of your study with us. Okay. Any other question?
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Ái Bích Trần ơi, em có nghe được câu trả lời của cô giáo chưa? Bạn Mạnh Trần có câu hỏi thì bây giờ chị sẽ xin phép đọc lên để cô giáo trả lời cho em nhé. Miss Tracy, another question is,
Yeah.
what are the entry requirements for the data analytics industry?
Yeah, so basically for all our program, for Vietnamese student, our requirement is GPA 3.0 out of 4 or 7.0 out of 10. Okay, so that is the requirement for all of our master program. The only difference is that if you are looking at scholarship, you will need students to have GPA 3.5 out of 4 and 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so that is the first criteria where you are actually having first class equivalent. Okay? Then you will then be eligible to be considered. We also have like English requirement like IELTS. IELTS generally is IELTS 6.5 with no skill less than 6. There are some programs that will require 7.0. Usually more on the psychology or more the languages per se. Okay. And we also accept like Duolingo, PTP, and so on. And we also accept IELTS one skill retake. That's a few that you can actually mark. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Miss Tracy. Bạn Mạnh Trần ơi, bạn đã lắng nghe được câu trả lời của cô giáo chưa ạ? Có bạn nào có câu hỏi nào thì các bạn cứ mạnh dạn nhắn tin vào trong box chat nhé. Chị cảm ơn bạn Mạnh Trần. Không biết là có bạn nào có câu hỏi nào nữa không ạ? Lúc nãy ở đầu. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So while keep the question coming in, while the students are typing in the question, can I just show you guys our website? Just very quickly.
Yes.
Okay, let me just show it to you. So website they have just rebranded, very user friendly. Two places that you have to look is number one. This is the student activity. Share the link on your chat. This is the page where you can actually find foreign students. So there you go. You have one marketing Vietnamese student here. She's from Taiwan. So if you want to speak to her, you can see how she is online. Typically, they are all in the day. So they are usually active of your time. So you just need to click on their name. You can reach out to them. Okay. If you don't want to speak to them, you just want to have a Liverpool. You can have a look at our content. These are images that my student posts is as early as latest as yesterday. So you can tell, they are really active. They really love the city. They enjoy themselves so much by sharing all these on the website. So you can tell they just recently had their career fair. I'm sure some photos will give some memories to Zen, because she has studied there before. So these are really things that they are doing now. A beautiful area. Football, you can't run away, you'll definitely watch something, career. We have really lots of support. We just welcome the first batch of students, right? Because the intake is in September, you can see it, they already have fun with a lot of activities after school. They just recently experienced the Northern Light. This is really amazing. Can you imagine you actually experience Northern Light right in the city center of Liverpool. So it's quite nice. Yeah, you can tell. So that's really a lot of things that you can see. Food is never a problem. I think one student post well, I think so, it's not difficult for students to international students to get to Liverpool. It's very vibrant. So that's really a lot of books that is here. So I would strongly encourage you to have a look at this thing. If you just want to have a better feel, or just have a feel whether it's part of the university that you should. The other one is our virtual tour. If you want to just have a virtual view of how Liverpool is like, there you go. The University Square is here. The train station is not far away. And we do have accommodation to provide students as well. And these are all guaranteed if you actually apply before joining. Yeah, check that out. I'm just going to put this link and share it on the site so that you can just have a look during your own time.
Yes.
Eric?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do we have more questions? Yes. I think I saw one question about scholarship. So what are the factors and attributes of a student? Yeah. So for 50% scholarship, basically the requirement is very simple. Okay. What we need is, number one, we need to make sure you have the requirement that we're looking at. So number one is the entry requirement. As I mentioned, we need 5 out of 4 or 7.5 out of 10 for the requirement. So you need to be first class equivalent. Second, we will look into your business. You need to make sure that you write about your achievement or why you want to study the program. So not so much on highlighting how great Liverpool is, we are, but it's more of what are the niche area that you feel you want to grow, and then Liverpool can take. So this second. Application, definitely you need to take action. You need to submit the application before we can even consider you for scholarship. So our processes is very simple. You need to apply with the document, with the references. You need to get an offer from us. Then our scholarship team will then look into your scholarship. So you can tell it's a process that we are looking at, and it takes action and quick action for you to do that. So that is why our scholarship is assessed first come first serve. So if you are interested in looking into application, our application just started, which also means that we are looking at first mover advantage. If you are really keen on getting scholarship, it then makes no reason why you don't actually take action as early as possible, right? So factor is really to submit as soon as possible, because the scholarship, we will usually start the scholarship first. Yeah. So if you submit in October now, by the time you get your offer, you will then be one of the first batch that the scholarship will be looking at for your application. So 3 steps: get documents and requirements we need, apply, take action to apply within that, and then get the documents that is in place with the references and your business statement, take action, right? Make sure you're able to get an offer, then you will wait for the results for the scholarship. Okay? So in any case, if you meet the IELTS score that we are GPA that we are looking at, you will already then be getting the 2,500. So that's so at the base scholarship to 2,500. So whether you get the 50% and that takes action takers to be eligible for that. Okay.
Không biết là có bạn nào có câu hỏi nào nữa để dành cho cô nữa không nhỉ?
Very good questions. Keep it coming if let's say you have more questions, because when you ask, the rest of the participants also get to learn from it as well. So you guys grow together.
Còn ai có câu hỏi nào nữa không ạ? Chị đang thấy là nếu mà trong trường hợp mà có ai có bất cứ câu hỏi nào khác ấy, thì các bạn có thể gửi cho ban tổ chức của chương trình, các chị sẽ tổng hợp lại và sau đấy là hỏi cô sau đó nha. Thì do thời lượng có hạn của chương trình ấy, thì nếu sau buổi workshop ngày hôm nay, nếu như mà các em muốn được tìm hiểu kỹ hơn về University of Liverpool thì mình có thể là gặp cô tại triển lãm du học Scholarship Connection Day do Intech tổ chức vào tháng 11 sắp tới. Thì ngoài được gặp gỡ cô thì các em cũng sẽ được gặp gỡ các mentor 11 của Index để hướng dẫn thêm về hồ sơ học bổng nữa. Thì thông tin về ngày hội thì các chị sẽ để ở trên màn hình nha. Xin mời bộ phận kỹ thuật có thể là chia sẻ màn hình giúp chị. Ở trên màn hình thì có mã QA, thì các bạn có thể quét mã QA để tham gia sự kiện giúp chị. Chị lại thấy một câu hỏi của bạn Ái Vi hỏi về chị Giang, thì không biết là chị Giang thì bây giờ đang có tiện bật mic không ạ?
Mình chia sẻ một chút là mọi người có nghe thấy gì không ạ? Alo, các bạn có nghe thấy mình nói gì không?
Có chị ạ, em có nghe đấy ạ.
Ok. Hồi xưa thì mình không ở dorm tại trường mà là mình thuê ở bên ngoài bạn ạ. Tại vì là to be honest là cái mức ở dorm thì nó khá là cao so với cả việc mình thuê bên ngoài, cho nên mình quyết định là mình thuê bên ngoài.
Chị Giang ơi, lúc nãy thì em cũng thấy là có rất là nhiều bạn có hỏi chị về cuộc sống ở bên UK cũng như là công việc học tập tại Liverpool, thì không biết là chị có muốn chia sẻ kỹ hơn về phần nào cho các bạn học sinh đang tham gia chương trình hôm nay được không ạ?
Mình chỉ muốn chia sẻ là nói chung là học ở Anh thì cũng có rất nhiều niềm vui, nhưng mà cũng có rất nhiều thử thách, thực sự là như thế. Thử thách về ngôn ngữ này, thử thách về cả trong cái việc học tập, và thậm chí cũng sẽ có những cái thử thách về về khác biệt văn hóa. Nếu mà đã là mình tin là nếu mà đã lựa chọn để mà đi du học, để mà có thể có những cái cơ hội mới cho bản thân ấy, thì tất cả cái điều đấy dù nó khó đến mấy thì mình cũng sẽ làm được thôi, cho nên các bạn cũng đừng quá lo lắng. Nói chung là cứ trải nghiệm hết mình thôi, mọi thứ nó sẽ rất là xứng đáng.
Can I add on a little bit? I think there was one student about accommodation, am I right? So I just wanted to highlight, because right now in school, for students who are looking at master and undergrad, if they apply before July, we can get the accommodation. And typically, in terms of accommodation, because even the city center, it's actually not difficult for students to find accommodation in the city. So if they need support, I'm sure this will be able to help as well, in terms of accommodation.
And nếu mà không có câu hỏi gì nữa thì chị xin không biết là có bạn nào có câu hỏi nào nữa cho hai vị khách mời của chúng mình không hôm nay nữa không ạ? Chị thấy là đang không có câu hỏi nào nữa, thì chương trình của chúng mình thì hôm nay thì đã đến hồi kết rồi. Thì do thời gian của chương trình có hạn ấy, thì nếu bạn nào có nhu cầu tư vấn chuyên sâu về UK thì đừng ngần ngại, hãy đặt câu hỏi ngay cho team tư vấn của Index để được hỗ trợ ngay và luôn nha. Và xin mời các bạn có thể bật hết camera lên để chụp ảnh cùng với chương trình ạ. Miss Tracy and Miss Zhang and all audience, please turn on your camera to take some photo together. Các bạn hãy nhanh tay bật cam nhé để chúng mình có thể là chụp ảnh cùng nhau lưu giữ kỷ niệm ạ. Xin mời nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật có thể là chụp ảnh giúp chị nha. Miss Tracy, we done take photo and our event is coming to an end. Many thanks our speaker, Miss Tracy and Miss Zhang, and we and all the audience for joining us today. We hope that we can have you at Index events in the future. Having a great weekend and see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Thank you.